All right, time to do some selling. That's going towards rent. Oh yeah, that's going towards girls' night. And that's going towards a new bag.
Your closet is worth more than you realize. Download the Poshmark app and start cashing in today.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein.
Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein. 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, 25 vitamins and minerals, and nutrients for immune health.
I made my family disappear.
Tomorrow on E.T., we're with Macaulay Culkin for a Home Alone reunion as he gets his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
The stuff that's in your brain.
Home Alone is forever in my brain. Well, Macaulay may be interested in watching this, the upcoming Michael Jackson biopic.
Happening now.
An economic boost this holiday season is at risk, according to Eagle Pass officials. They say it's all because of CBP's decision to shut down one of their ports of entry. Coming up, we bring you their concerns.
The rain is gone. The sky is clearing out. I'll be back to talk about what comes next and what kind of temperature swings we'll have in just a bit.
The city of San Antonio is about to expand to the south, but not everybody is excited about their new hometown. The News at 5 starts now.
We have some breaking news to begin with. A manhunt now underway on the city's north side. A man wanted on child molestation charges on the run after a hostage situation involving children happening near Harry Wurzbach and Loop 410.
This is Faustino Diaz. Actually, we don't have it right now, but that's the man that they are looking for, the man that they believe they have located. Patty Santos joins us live from where police gave an update just in the last hour. Patty, we understand this actually started with a call from the mother.
Yeah, the mother of those 3 children, obviously very concerned. The children under 3 years old. But the good news right now is that the SWAT team, San Antonio police, were able to break into that apartment and get those children to safety. But this is what the scene looked like about an hour ago as that SWAT team broke through that door to get them out. We know that the man that they're looking for is 25-year-old Faustino Diaz. He was not inside the apartment when police broke in. Around noon, police were called by the children's mother for a disturbance with her boyfriend at this apartment complex. Take a listen. So initially the mother was there.
They were all in the apartment. Yeah, she was able to get out, and her concern was for her children that were in there with the male. And sometime by the time she called police, officers made the location, did their research, called SWAT. Sometime during that time, the individual escaped the apartment.
And police say the woman and her children were treated for some injuries, but they would not give more details. Police would not say if these children were involved in the case and the sexual assault charge that Diaz is facing. Right now, he is wanted for a warrant on a felony and 4 misdemeanor charges. We're live tonight. Pat.
All right, we lost Patty's live shot there, but I believe we have a mug shot of the man they are looking for. We will get that to you. We have it. We just need to get it into the system. Now we move to the border where those coming into the United States via International Bridge 1 in Eagle Pass are having to reroute. Another shutdown of the bridge ordered earlier this week, and it's going to stay that way until further notice.
John Paul Barajas live at the entry point for us. That right now is only an exit point from the U.S. John Paul, what are people saying about this decision?
Steve, Ursula, people are frustrated that illegal crossers are now impacting legal crossers, and this is the exact reason why. People are allowed to leave the country here from Bridge 1, but just on the other side, they're not allowed to enter here. You can see the signs there saying closed and cerrado. Now everyone we spoke to admits there are a lot of migrants coming across in the area, but they're worried about the economic impact this will have. On Monday, Customs and Border Protection decided to shut down incoming traffic at Bridge 1 due to what they're calling a large influx, adding they're, quote, surging all available resources to expeditiously and safely process migrants. For people trying to get back and forth from the U.S. and Mexico, Bridge 2 in Eagle Pass is still fully operational, but wait times there are doubling because all incoming traffic is being funneled to just that one bridge. Maverick County Commissioner Rosana Rios explains this impacts daily life for residents as well as a holiday season economic boost.
Economically speaking, it's going to hurt us drastically. We always look forward to getting that the people that come in from Mexico and do their shopping here within our community. And we also like to go to Mexico, as well for the different, doctor's visits.
Now, as of Monday, CBP said this bridge for Mexico coming into the U.S. will be closed until further notice. We have emailed them today, but we have not heard back. And it's also important to note that pedestrian crossing here at this bridge going either way is still available on both sides, so that is not impacted. Now, coming up at 6, we will also be hearing from store managers in the area about the economic impacts they've already seen in just the 4 days that this bridge has been closed. In Eagle Pass, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, John Paul. We're getting a better understanding of what led up to a man being shot by SAPD officers during a chase on Tuesday night. Happened along I-35 near Somerset Road. San Antonio police say they had been looking for David Trevino since Sunday night. He's accused of putting gas on a generator, firing shots at it, and then barricading himself and a woman inside his apartment. SWAT and hostage negotiators responded. Eventually, the woman surrendered, but SAPD says Trevino managed to force his way through his apartment into another and escape. At the time, Trevino had an active warrant for terroristic threats and a parole violation. On Sunday, SAPD got a tip that Trevino was a passenger in a car on I-35 and Somerset Road. When officers started pursuing the vehicle, the driver stopped. Trevino jumped out of the passenger seat. He took off running into an open field, pointing a handgun at officers and firing one round. 6 officers returned fire and struck Trevino several times. At last check, he was in critical condition. He now faces 4 more charges. All the officers involved in this incident are being placed on administrative leave.
Weeks after a mistrial was granted for 2 ex-San Antonio police officers, one of them has been re-indicted on a less serious charge. A grand jury this week indicted former SAPD officer Carlos Castro for misdemeanor assault causing bodily injury. His co-defendant, former SAPD officer Thomas Villarreal, had his charges dismissed for insufficient evidence. Both men went to trial this fall for aggravated assault by a public servant following their arrest for an incident back in 2020 on the east side. Prosecutors said Castro and Villarreal kicked in the door of a home and beat a man who had refused to be detained in connection with a traffic stop. But last month, an attorney for the ex-officers confirmed in court that witnesses for the prosecution believed their actions were justified. Castro is scheduled to be arraigned on the new charge tomorrow. Both officers fired for using excessive force, but they're appealing their terminations. With the stroke of a pen, the city of San Antonio is expanding once again, but some of its new citizens are not celebrating. Look at all the red that's marked out here. It's part of more than 4,000 acres of agricultural land on the south side being annexed. It was annexed this morning by unanimous vote of the city council. Garrett Berger with how some of the landowners who are now in city limits would have preferred to stay out of town.
San Antonio is about to get a little bigger.
And I believe that if a city isn't allowed to grow, then it dies eventually, somehow.
With the exception of 2 parcels removed at the last minute, all the red on this map will be within San Antonio city limits by mid-January. It's agricultural land with fewer than 100 estimated residents that the city has had its eyes on for about a decade.
As we've already provided a lot of the emergency services, we've already built those facilities, so we felt that it's time now for the city to move forward with our obligation to annex these areas.
Back in 2017, the state tried to make it harder for cities like San Antonio to annex unincorporated areas, generally requiring a petition or a vote before extending the city limits. But in this case, the city had signed agreements with the property owners on hand from before that law was passed. Agreements that allowed the owners to temporarily avoid the annexation that was happening at the time. But now, those deals are expiring.
There wasn't an opportunity to re-sign or extend those agreements?
No. We didn't have any further efforts to extend agreements.
One property owner told council it hadn't been much of an agreement in the first place.
That consent statement that's on that development agreement was made under duress, since there was no option to not get annexed. We didn't have that option. It was immediate annexation or sign the agreement.
An attorney for one of the nearby emergency services districts says that's a common complaint from people he's talked to.
But to say that this was done by consent is not
true.
The one council member said now the soon-to-be San Antonians will have someone to bring those complaints to.
You will have a city council member that you can go to who will protect your property rights, even though it may change the surroundings of where you live today.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
We want to take you out to 410 and 281. You can see actually not too bad. Usually that upper level is packed with cars. Not so today, but the lower level is having a bit of a bottleneck, as you can see down there below the bridge. This is at 281 and Loop 410. Not too bad at this hour, and the sun is shining.
That's like an early Christmas gift to not have the cars backed up on the ramp from 281 to 410 near North Star Mall. And the sky is clearing out. Here's a nice time lapse of a mixture of sun and clouds over the past couple of hours. 0.3 of an inch of rain officially at the airport in San Antonio. We'll take it. Not really a drought buster or much of a drought denter, but better than nothing, especially with the dry stretch coming our way. Leon Springs, 1/3 of an inch. Same with Schertz. 71 degrees right now in Floresville. We're 70 in Bulverde. Check out Mico, 0.3 of an inch, and New Braunfels just under 0.2. Near Lavernia, 6 miles south, Roger Gibson, really the winner today for our weather watchers with 0.5 inch of rain. Get ready for some fog tomorrow morning. We'll talk about that along with where we could see a few showers into tomorrow and our next cold front coming right up.
Thank you, Adam. Well, if you're in the market for a new car, reliability should be at the top of your list. The good news is there's a report for that, how EVs compare to gas engines when it comes to reliability and what you need to know. Coming up tonight at 6, the district attorney's office currently has a backlog of unindicted cases. But 2 high-profile cases did get indicted this week. Erica Hernandez breaks them down, tells us what's next.
Plus, big reactions for the families of the Robb Elementary victims after the arrest of this woman, a self-proclaimed girlfriend of the mass shooter. It's coming up at 6. His hope for strict punishment.
We told you earlier in the show about a man who is wanted on warrants. This is Faustino Diaz.
He's 25 years old. He's wanted on a felony count, child molestation count, as well as 4 misdemeanor counts. He got away from police earlier today. More on that story coming up later on KSAT 12 News.
If you're going to buy a new car, you want it to be reliable, especially considering today's prices and the interest rates out there.
So how do you know? 12 on your sides, Marilyn Moritz has Consumer Reports' new reliability reports, which show that EVs, electric vehicles, and pickups have some room for improvement.
What problems have you had with your vehicles in the past year? That's what Consumer Reports asked hundreds of thousands of its members with newish cars.
Everything from the engine to transmission issues, leaks, paint and trim problems. And with EVs growing in popularity, we ask electric car owners about battery and charging issues. And then we can crunch those numbers to calculate the predicted reliability of new and also used cars, almost every car in the market.
And electric vehicles didn't exactly shine. Members had 79% more problems with their EVs compared to gas cars.
Our members are reporting the same issues with most EVs as they are with vehicles that have been designed brand new from the ground up, whether they're gas or electric. And EVs are about the newest technology out there, and it's taking a while even for established car makers to work through those growing pains.
But they seem to have worked out growing pains for hybrids. Those actually had 26% fewer problems on average than a gas-only car. In general, though, plug-ins were not nearly as reliable as integrated hybrids.
Pickups may rule the road in Texas, but when it comes to reliability, they came in at the bottom 7 of the last 8 years in CR's rankings. And this year, at the very bottom, electric pickups.
Sedans remain the most reliable. As for specific brands, Lexus and Toyota took the top spots, followed by Mini, Acura, Honda, and Subaru. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
A reminder, we hope you join us tonight for a special event. In less than 2 hours, we are having a town hall to discuss a topic that usually stays in the shadows: fertility and pregnancy loss.
Many of you have sent in your questions. We will get them answered tonight. A fertility doctor and a therapist will sit down with our Stefania Jimenez to give you advice and information. Don't Suffer in Silence airs live. It's at 7 o'clock on all of our streaming platforms. And a big congratulations to the men of KSAT 12. They're once again clean shaven. They got all cleaned up thanks to the folks at Henley's Gentlemen's Grooming in the medical center after their No Shave November.
Yeah, all month long we were letting it grow. Beards and mustaches for a good cause. Some are still there. They just got a little trim today. We've been taking part in No Shave November, raising money for cancer-fighting foundations. Want to take one more look at the leaderboard. By the way, our total so far has surpassed our goal of $20,000. Last time I checked, we were almost to $23,000, and we were number 2 in the country, as you see right there.
Those Alaska State Troopers, they're nipping at your heels.
They're right there with us, and I believe that's a trucking company that's in number 1. But thank you so much to everybody that donated in this fight against cancer.
Yeah. Looking outside, you don't need a beard to stay warm today. It's actually pretty nice out there.
Yeah, it looks like a beautiful sunset taking place here. Now that we have some high and mid-level clouds left over, sunset alert. That's what we're putting out for now. I do think it's going to be beautiful, so get out there. I believe sunset 5:35 p.m. now, so around and a little bit after that, we should have some really good color. Quick look at our headlines. Some areas of fog tomorrow morning, so there could be some issues on the roadways. Prepare for that. It's okay. Whatever was dropped is all right. Sunny and dry stretch starts tomorrow, and then a cold front on Tuesday of next week. But don't get excited if you're really looking for that chill in the air. I mean, we're going to go from the mid-70s down into the 60s again for afternoon highs. So, yes, another cold front, but it's not a really hard-hitting one. Will drop us a little below average. Let's talk about the overall pattern in the rain. Upper-level swirl, a disturbance in northern Texas here, up in the Panhandle and in parts of northern New Mexico. That's pushing on out, but you see all the energy out ahead of it, causing the widespread rain from Oklahoma to Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, and drought-stricken areas. Keep in mind, they need this rain as well, so it's good to see them getting it. I wish we got a little bit more, but at least we got a little bit of rain in the rain gauges. I do want to point out a slight chance of rain tomorrow. That's east of San Antonio, mainly between I-10 and I-37. We've got a weak boundary that's going to be moving in, a weak cold front. And as it slowly works its way through our area, it's going to get hung up near the coast tomorrow afternoon. So a few showers could pop up from Hallettsville to Cuero, Yorktown, Falls City, Karnes City, and points eastward along the Gulf Coast. That's where we could have just a few sprinkles, very light showers as we get into tomorrow. Otherwise, we really start to clear on out. Clearing out a bit now. Temperature at 69, dew point at 62. Feel the mugginess outside. Feels sticky. Kind of feels like spring out there right now, opposed to fall. The humidity's back. For now, it will be changing. Dew points now in the low to mid 60s, so we feel the humidity and mugginess. It's actually oppressive in LaGrange, dew point of 71. And we've gone quite a long stretch here, several days without any mugginess, so I feel like you notice it more than you typically would. That does change tomorrow. Our wind's going to shift out of the north, and that's going to drop our dew points back down into the 40s by tomorrow afternoon. So we're going to get rid of this mugginess, and it's going to be gone for several days. I do want to point out, though, that north wind this time of year, the cedar breeze. Today, no mountain cedar registered in the pollen count. However, tomorrow, the wind coming out of the north, out of the hill country where we have all that, the cedar trees and the high concentration, I do anticipate mountain cedar to be higher, or at least be back in the pollen count later tomorrow, and especially by Saturday morning's pollen count. We'll probably have that mountain cedar back in place. The cedar breeze, anytime it's out of the north this time of year, like tomorrow, 5 to 10. It's a cedar breeze. Areas of fog at 53 in the morning, 74 tomorrow afternoon. Hondo, Uvalde 76, Comfort Canyon Lake at 72 the high. And then look at this stretch. Mornings in the 40s, afternoons in the 70s. Hey, if we can't squeeze out some needed rain, at least it's going to be pleasant.
Thank you so much, Adam.
All right, let's go live to the Frosty right now. Frost Bank Center, the FBC, as the Spurs try to end this losing streak, Larry.
Yeah, you know what? They would certainly love to end the month of November getting back into the win column. But the big concern tonight is the health status of Victor Wembanyama. He was at shoot-around this morning, but he is questionable tonight. We'll explain why. Plus, in the NFL, it is Cowboys game day. Coming up. It has been 28 days since the Spurs last won a basketball game, and they would love to end that tonight. Good evening, everybody, and welcome live to the Frost Bank Center. But tonight, the Spurs will host the Atlanta Hawks in their only regular season visit to the Alamo City. But the big news from shoot-around this morning is the health status of Victor Wembanyama, who's listed as questionable with right hip tightness. Spurs staffers worked with him this morning, testing his hip to determine if he'll go tonight, and we still don't know. Now, whether or not he plays, the Spurs are looking to end their 12-game slide. Mary Rominger was at shoot-around this morning, and she has more.
The Spurs opened up November by finishing up back-to-back improbable wins over Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. Since then, while it feels like other teams throughout the NBA are getting better, the Spurs are just trying to keep up.
It's tough. It's not easy, but we're keeping our heads up. We're keeping our heads up. Pop is always talking to us, and, he's keeping us motivated. But I think that everybody is, obviously tired of losing. And I think that tonight's game is a good game for us to start a streak, winning streak, but I think that everybody will have to show up with a great energy and a great effort.
Obviously there's some tough days in the film room, but we need those. But what we do really well is once that film session's over, we move on to the next day and try and get a win, and that's where our mentality's been the whole time, because we've been in a lot of these games, we just haven't been able to finish them.
After tonight, the Spurs will have a quick turnaround playing in New Orleans tomorrow night. All right, that'll do it from Victory Capital Performance Center. Mary Rominger, KSAT 12 Sports.
Thank you, Mary. We're now being told that Victor is a game-time decision. Spurs and Hawks will play tonight at 7. Highlights and post on the Night Beat.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
It's the dad strength is why I'm playing that way. Yeah, sure. It goes credit to everything's around me, this team, the organization, the coaches, people just handling their business, being prepared. Our process has been amazing throughout this season.
Father in early March, which is what he meant by dad's strength. Dak is playing some of the best football of his pro career. Tonight, the Cowboys will host the Seahawks at 7:15 on Prime Video. And that is it from here at the Frost Bank Center. Mary will have more coming up at 6 on the Spurs and hopefully another update on Victor Wembanyama. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Larry.
At the Frosty.
The Frosty.
Okay.
Or the Vault. Or the FBC.
Okay.
You take your choice. We'll be right back.
0.3 of an inch in a rain gauge here in town. It's good to see. The comment there, love it. That's right. It's better than nothing. We're looking at a dry stretch going forward. Other than closer to the Gulf Coast tomorrow, we could have a few showers pop up in the afternoon. Otherwise, a dry stretch. Mornings in the 40s to near 50. Afternoons in the 70s. That is until our next cold front arrives on Tuesday. It's a weak front, but it'll drop our afternoon highs back a little below average into the 60s.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for watching the News at 5.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.